For almost 8 weeks, Kim Soohyun has battled the biggest crisis of his career after Kim Saeron's relatives claimed he was romantically involved with her at 15 while he was 27. Sponsors have distanced themselves from him, and now he reportedly faces a heavy penalty that could leave him completely broke and without a job. Since the situation started to unfold, many people vowed to boycott brands and companies that continued to support Soohyun, and it seemed to have an impact. One notable example was Dinto, a Korean vegan beauty brand where Soohyun was a model. Instead of cutting ties with him, however, Dinto's CEO, An Ji-ye, chose to stand by him. In a late-night statement, she expressed gratitude for the concern and announced that she would continue to support Soohyun, choosing to trust him and wait for more information. She emphasized her focus on her own responsibilities rather than being swayed by unverified claims. Her decision sparked significant backlash, with the public criticizing the brand for not only sticking by Soohyun, but for actively supporting him despite the ongoing controversy. After people online threatened to never buy from the brand again, they released a follow-up statement saying, "All employees have been checking the facts and discussing how to go about the situation. Currently, all planned schedules related to the model have been put on hold." In the end, the brand canceled its advertising contract with Soohyun, which was originally due to end in August, citing the need to uphold customer trust. Then, Tous les Jours, a bakery chain under CJ Foodville, followed suit. Soohyun had been a model for the brand from 2012 to 2015 and was reappointed in September 2024. However, following the scandal, the bakery removed all traces of him from its Instagram and promotional materials and terminated his contract. A spokesperson for the brand revealed that they were already considering not renewing his contract even before the controversy surfaced. The outdoor fashion brand Eider also acted quickly. On March 13th, they removed all of Soohyun's images from their social media, followed by the deletion of his photos from the Eider section of K-Village's website. Soon after, they made it clear they were ending their contract with him. Several other companies, including supermarket chain Homeplus, athleisure brand K2 Korea, Shinhan Bank, Aekyoung Group, and Cuckoo, followed suit, removing Soohyun from advertisements and social media platforms. Not all brands chose to cut ties immediately, with some citing that the accusations had not been confirmed and thus no action had been taken yet. But other brands don't really need to speak out because the brands that did distance themselves from him seemed to be enough to put a hole in Soohyun's pockets. According to reports, his immense popularity in China and Southeast Asia once earned him top-tier advertising fees. After his breakthrough role in My Love from the Star in 2012, his annual earnings from endorsements hit around 50 billion South Korean won, with his modeling fee reaching 1 billion South Korean won each year. However, such high fees come with the risk of steep penalties. It was reported that most advertising contracts have clauses that state if the celebrity faces legal issues or causes public controversy, they are required to pay a penalty of 2 to 3 times their advertising fee. Given Soohyun's current modeling fee of 500 million South Korean won per year, his potential penalties could range between 16 billion and 24 billion South Korean won. Inarguably, though, Prada's response was the most significant blow to Soohyun's career. Having appointed him as an ambassador at the end of 2024, the brand faced intense backlash for staying silent about the scandal. It quickly became apparent that Prada was aware of the situation when they disabled comments on posts featuring Soohyun. The public's frustration grew, and a Twitter user even directly called on the brand to take action against him, writing, "Your ambassador is a file and complicit in a young woman ending her life, Prada. The way you're hiding comments makes me think you actually support him." Amid the growing public pressure, Prada released a statement on March 14th. They acknowledged the seriousness of the situation and announced that their partnership with Soohyun had ended, with his contract officially terminated. However, this was just the beginning of even more trouble for him. Most recently, the production of the Disney Plus K-drama Knockoff, which was set to star Soohyun and Joboa, has been postponed indefinitely. Announced in August last year, the drama was set to follow Kim Soohyun, played by Soohyun, whose life is upended by the 1997 Asian financial crisis. From an ordinary office worker who loses his job to the vice president of Saemul Market, a major counterfeit market, he rises to power in the global counterfeit world thanks to his sharp intellect, quick thinking, and ambition. Joboa was cast as his ex-girlfriend, Song Hye-jung, a special judicial police officer who hunts down counterfeit goods, setting up a tense dynamic between them. Directed by Park Hyun-suk, known for Uncontrollably Fond and Song of the Bandits. The drama was initially set for a 2025 release, sparking excitement among fans. The impressive cast included Yoo Jae-myung, Lee Jong-un, Kwon Nara, and Park Siwon, and the drama had a massive budget of 60 billion won. It was reported that a significant portion was allocated to Soohyun's appearance fee, as the production hoped to leverage his rising popularity, especially after Queen of Tears, to recoup costs through a global launch. The show was planned to have 18 episodes, split into 2 seasons, with the first 9 episodes slated for release in the first half of 2025. Production for the first half had already been completed, and the show was expected to air in April until Soohyun's scandal derailed everything. At first, it seemed like everything was proceeding as planned for Knockoff. Soohyun was seen filming for season 2, and the release schedule remained unchanged. A source even told OSIN that filming was going ahead as planned, with no disruptions due to the issue. However, fans were far from happy. Many felt Disney was trying to minimize losses on such an expensive project, and with the production so far along, replacing Soohyun would have been nearly impossible. Still, people were frustrated that the company didn't see the situation as serious enough to take action. Comments from netizens said, "I'm not gonna watch anyway," and "They still haven't shot it yet, right? Just scrap the thing." In response, a boycott was organized by K-drama fans, aiming to send a clear message to Disney that they disapproved of Soohyun being involved in such a high-budget project. As many had anticipated, Disney's decision to move forward without addressing the controversy backfired. While Disney seemed indifferent to the accusations against Soohyun, the drama's sponsors were starting to worry about the potential fallout. The South Korean street brand Safety Zone Korea in particular was impacted by the scandal both directly and indirectly. Park Kipyo, the CEO, explained that the brand had initially partnered with the drama because of its alignment with youthful energy and innovation. However, in light of the controversy, they stated they would wait for Disney to make an official announcement regarding the drama before issuing their own statement. This only left the public more confused. If the sponsors were backing away, why hadn't Disney canceled the project yet? Many fans urged the company to just make Soohyun pay the penalty fee and move on, as they believed that would be the simplest solution. A user commented, "Make him pay the penalty fee at least 2 times or 3 times the production costs." A lot of fans also felt for the rest of the cast and crew who had invested so much effort into the drama, only to see it derailed by Soohyun's scandal. Things escalated to the point where Garosero Institute, which had been representing Sehron's family, threatened to release a damaging video of Soohyun if Disney didn't cancel Knockoff's release. On March 21st, the production team finally announced that the release of Knockoff would be delayed indefinitely. It seems the project may even be scrapped or at least recast, despite season 1 already being filmed. Soohyun was going to bear the brunt of this decision. Not only is Knockoff yet another project to distance itself from him following the scandal, but reports also suggest he could face hefty penalty fees. According to sources on April 23rd, the cast and crew were informed that filming had been put on hold indefinitely and the release was delayed. It's said that the production team was considering penalties for the disruption, which could amount to a staggering 180 billion won, which is 3 times the project's production budget. While this hasn't been officially confirmed, many saw it coming. With every brand dropping Soohyun and the mounting pressure from boycotts and nervous sponsors, it became clear that Disney couldn't proceed with the drama as originally planned, both in terms of casting and scenes. News that Soohyun might face a penalty fee of that size sparked mixed reactions online. Some people felt satisfied seeing him lose his role in the drama, enjoying the idea of him facing consequences. Others were more focused on the penalty itself, especially since Soohyun was reportedly involved in making Sehron pay back 700 million won, and they felt it was fitting for him to pay a heavy price now, with a commenter saying, "I have little faith in the justice system, so I hope they can at least bleed him dry with all those penalty fees. That will probably hurt him more than any legal consequences too." On the other hand, some people argued that Disney probably wouldn't sue Soohyun. One commenter pointed out that unless he gets convicted, something they believed was unlikely, Disney is unlikely to take legal action. They speculated that instead Disney and Soohyun would likely settle on a compensation fee that he could afford, rather than a penalty that would leave him financially ruined. Although nothing has been confirmed, including the exact penalty fee, many people are hoping that Sehron and her family will see justice in some form. To the public, the idea of Soohyun facing significant penalty fees, going from one of the highest paid actors in the industry to being financially ruined, feels like the perfect form of karmic justice for what he allegedly did to Sehron.